Hello and welcome to another Orion Tech Tips video. In today's video, we will be doing about $650 full AMD custom build. This should be really good for both gaming, streaming, video editing, music production, pretty much anything in this price range. So yeah, let's just get started. So with the CPU, we have the Ryzen 2700X. This is last gen's CPU. I was going to go with a 3700X, but that is definitely more expensive. This build is Canadian, keep that in mind too. 650 Canadian dollars. So, okay. I've been doing Canadian builds more recently just because there's already so many US builds out there on YouTube. So if I'm just doing that, I'd basically be doing the same thing as everyone else. So not to say that I'm not going to stop doing US builds. I probably will. But I'll probably just do some Canadian as well. Alright, so 8 cores, 16 threads, 105 watt TDP. Boost clock of 4.3 gigahertz. Yeah. So, and also it comes with a really good stock cooler that you can even overclock it on the cooler. So that's why, of course, we don't have a cooler. You can if you want like some fancy water cool system. But I just didn't add one. Okay. So next up is the motherboard. This is just the Asus Republic of Gamers Strix B450 ATX AM4 motherboard. Crossfire and SLI support is supported, and yeah, it has ports. Even like a PS2 mouse and keyboard. USB Type C, that's nice. Ethernet, USB 3.0. Yeah, comes with all the necessary drivers. So max memory supported is 3200 megahertz, 64 gigs, and that is exactly, we have 32 gigabytes of 3200 megahertz. 32 is definitely starting to. 32 is definitely, you can definitely utilize 32 now. Like 2 years ago, even 1 year ago, you couldn't really utilize 32 gigabytes of RAM, especially like if you are streaming a intensive game, you have like mods, or like maybe you're not streaming, but you just have mods. You have other stuff running in the background. 32 definitely will be used, and for video editing, you can definitely use 32, but 64 or even more than that is definitely beneficial. I'd say 32 minimum for like video editing. Yes, I know you can do it with 16. I know like there's been tests done that you can get away with like a low amount of RAM. But you know, it stutters, you'll just drop frames, and it won't be fun. So 32 is what I want with this. The motherboard only supports 3200 megahertz. If you go with higher, that like it won't kill the system. It just, the motherboard will read it as 3200 megahertz. So like you can't go higher than that. For storage, I just went with a 1 terabyte Western Digital hard drive. You would want more than this if you're doing like a lot of stuff. Like I know like people say 1 terabyte isn't really enough for gaming, and it's not. But imagine like if you're recording your games, you're downloading movies, songs, other stuff. It will get full fast. So maybe add a few terabytes of mechanical storage. Yeah, I'd say still like a 7200 RPM, 3.5 inch. Let's see. 4 terabytes. 16 terabyte. Okay, that's crazy. What's like a Seagate? Okay, so you definitely have options if you want to go like a higher capacity hard drive. Keep in mind these are not very fast, but they can still store stuff for you. So I mean, if you're just like downloading songs and movies, then yeah, these would be fine. So if you add, so as you can see, this is the build. This is the price right now. It's about 1,670. Let's see if I add a which hard drive? Western Digital. Is there no Seagate Barracuda 4 terabyte? Ideally, that's what you look for. No. Okay, fine. Seagate Iron Wolf, whatever. Now it's more like 1850. So you know, whatever. Take it if you want it. I'd recommend it though. If you have the budget, then yeah, definitely get a higher capacity mechanical hard drive plus your SSD, but the SSD is crucial. You definitely need the SSD. Go with the SSD, and then once you have some money down the road, then buy that mechanical hard drive. Okay, and then for the Radeon, for the graphics, we're going with the Radeon 5700 XT. This is the most powerful AMD video card right now. So we compare it to something like the RTX 2070 Super, around there. Not quite with like the high-end NVIDIA cards. If you want like the most powerful GPU, then yeah, you will have to go to NVIDIA. But this is still, well, actually no, the Radeon 7, which was discontinued, which is hilarious in my opinion. But yeah, I think that might have been more powerful than this. But this is still 2070, around that. Before maybe like 2060, 2070. You just, yeah. Wait, no, 2070. Yeah, about 2070 level. But yeah, okay. NZXT H510 for the case. This is just, go with whatever case you want. And then for the power supply, it's also a personal preference. Fully modular, looks the best. A+ bronze. It's like $111, 58 cents. A total of $1,670.95. Okay, so not a bad system for the price. You can do video editing, you can definitely do gaming, you can stream your games, you can start a Twitch channel, play the latest and greatest games at 1080p or 1440p or 4K, just not like a crazy high frame rate. But yeah, pretty much all the resolutions will be available. High frame rate gaming will also be available. Twitch streaming will be available. So this is a really good system. If you are serious about video editing, of course you will have to get more RAM and storage. Maybe you'll benefit from the Ryzen 9. But of course that would just be a completely different build if I went that route. Maybe I should do a video editing system. Maybe, like, just full performance video editing. Maybe I'll record that. But yeah, okay, anyway. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.